Alright, this is MVM coming at you again with another video. Now this video is my first of the YouTuber pwnage series, so enjoy. I'm going to be pwning the users KingJamesBible and Artorius Castus. In this pwnage video, I'm going to be pwning both these users on the video Beginning of the Roman Catholic Inquisition, which is a video on KingJamesBible's channel. A video which he didn't make, by the way. Just an FYI. Now, I made a few comments to these users already in the comment section of the video, but I'm going to reiterate them here, so hopefully they and you will understand. I started off with KingJamesBible. He said this, and I quote, "I have a perfect book, an instruction manual, if you will, given by God for my learning and instruction, just as I would expect from the one who made me." I replied to that, and I quote, "It's sad that you think the KJB is perfect. Okay, if you think it's an instruction manual, then you should go out and start killing people. Because, as we all know, the Bible instructs people to kill others, for ridiculous reasons, pretty much 99% of the time. He says that his Bible is perfect, and that it's an instruction manual. He also says that it's for his learning and instruction. Well, as I said, the Bible on countless occasions instructs people, us, to kill others. For example, it instructs us to kill gays, kill people of other religions, kill people who work on Sunday, and so on and so forth. Now, he replied to my comment, and I quote, "Show me one verse where a Christian, not an OT Jew, that's Old Testament Jew, under the law in a specific situation is commanded to kill people. Just one will do. Thank you." And I quote, "If a man commits adultery with another man's wife, and the wife of his neighbor, both the adulterer and the adulteress must be put to death, and all the men of his city shall stone him with stones, that he die. So shalt thou put evil away among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear." Fear. That's a good one. "And all the congregation brought him without the camp, and stoned him with stones, and he died, as the Lord commanded Moses." So I give him a couple of quotes from the Bible that shows and proves to him that it tells you to kill people. And of course, he replies and pretty much ignores those. He goes on to say in another quote that the Bible is a history book. It entails who, what, why, and when God did important things that he did. Your ignorance of this is your undoing. That is an exact quote from the King James Bible. Oh, so the Bible is a history book, is it? The Bible is not a fucking history book. If you want a history book, actually pick up a history book. The Bible is the worst history book that you could ever possibly read. And I pretty much tell him that it's not a history book, and I just laugh, because it's not. And you know what, King James? My point still stands. In each and every Bible, each version, in almost every page, there is complete and utter repulsive trash. And in each Bible, there are commands for you to follow such as stone gays and people of other religions, like I mentioned before. And there are certainly more than enough examples of people, such as Moses, doing so. I tell him that in the comments, and he says, "Please provide one verse where someone's instructed to kill anyone." Now, it's sad that you think I'm the one that needs to provide the proof, facts, and evidence, since you were the one claiming that a supernatural being exists. What's even worse is the fact that you don't even know your own Bible. But a supposed devil-worshipping atheist knows more than you do. Here's a fact for you guys. 99% of the time, atheists know more about the Bible or any religious text than the religious do. That's a fact. KJB is trying to profess that his Bible is perfect, and that it doesn't tell anyone to kill anybody. Well, here's some examples that prove him wrong. First example. The Bible tells you to kill people who don't listen to priests. And I quote, "Anyone arrogant enough to reject the verdict, or the judge, or of the priest who represents the Lord your God must be put to death. Such evil must be purged from Israel." That's from Deuteronomy 17:12. Huh. Sounds like it's telling you to kill people, doesn't it? Well, that's because it is. You should also kill witches. And I quote, "You should not let a sorceress live." Exodus 22:17. You're supposed to kill homosexuals. "If a man lies with a male as with a woman, both of them shall be put to death for their abominable deed. They have forfeited their lives. That's in Leviticus, of course. You should also kill your child for hitting dad. And I quote, whoever strikes his father or mother shall be put to death. That's also from Exodus. You should also kill your children if they curse at you. And I quote, if one curses his father or mother, his lamp will go out at the coming of darkness. All who cause their father or mother must be put to death. They are guilty of a capital offense. For cursing at your parents, you are guilty of capital offense. Does anyone not see how ridiculous that is? So if you curse at your parents, I'm sorry, but we need to kill you. The first one was from Proverbs, and the second one was from Leviticus, by the way. You're supposed to kill other people of other religions. Whoever sacrifices to any god except the Lord alone shall be doomed. That's from Exodus 22:19. You're also supposed to kill non-believers, aka me. And I quote, they entered into a covenant to seek the Lord, the God of their fathers, with all their heart and soul. And everyone who would not seek the Lord of the God of Israel was to be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman. That's from 2 Chronicles 15:12 through 13. I can go on and on. For example, you're supposed to kill an entire town if one person worships another god. And I quote, suppose you hear in one of the towns the Lord your God is giving you that same worthless rabble among you have led their fellow citizens astray by encouraging them to worship foreign gods. In such cases, you must examine the facts carefully. If you find it is true and can prove that such a detestable act has occurred among you, you must attack that town and completely destroy all its inhabitants as well as all the livestock. Then you must pile all the plunder in the middle of the street and burn it. Put the entire town to torch as a burnt offering to the Lord your God. Now this is for simply believing in another god. And I continue, that town must remain a ruin forever. It may never be rebuilt. Keep none of the plunder that has been set apart for destruction. Then the Lord will turn from his fierce anger and be merciful to you. He will have compassion on you and make you a great nation, just as he solemnly promised your ancestors. The Lord your God will be merciful only if you obey him and keep all the commandments I am giving you today, among what is pleasing to him. Deuteronomy 13:13 through 19. So, if someone else in your entire town believes in a different god, kill the entire town. Makes sense. And I can list more examples. I can do this all day, but I'm not going to. If you want to know more, just read the fucking Bible. It's surprising that most people who are involved with religion do not look into their religion whatsoever. That's a fact. That is why 99% of the time atheists or agnostics or skeptics in general know more about someone's own religion than they do themselves. Now King James tried to tell me that he didn't have a religion at all. Okay, well, he believes in God. He goes to church, I'm pretty sure. And he tried to tell me that he didn't have a religion. And I quote, I don't have a religion. I have a book. God's book. The one you will be judged by. Get with the program. Okay, KJB, no. You get with the program. You believe in God. You worship him. You go to church. I'm assuming you are religious. You have a religion. You believe in God. Don't try and press that bullshit on me because you are religious. Look up the definition of religion. Now it is at this point where Artorius Castus comes in. Now let's look up what his name means, shall we? This YouTuber calls himself Artorius Castus, which is from the guy Lucius Artorius Castus, which was a mid-late 2nd century AD or to early mid-3rd century AD Roman military commander, and it's believed that that King Arthur was based off of him. Okay, Artorius Castus, you're not King Arthur, and you are definitely no fucking Bible scholar. So let's see what he has to say. He said, and I quote, "For your information, religion doesn't mean that God exists. Get your facts straight, idiot." Excuse me? If you're religious, then that means you believe God exists. Get your facts straight. I tell him that, and then he replies, "You still don't know what the word religion means. Go look it up. Not all religions believe in God. Get it now, dumbass?" I don't think you get it. If you're religious and involved in a religion, then you believe a god or goddesses or whatever have you, however many gods you believe in, if only one. You believe something exists that is a higher power that created the universe. If you're religious, you believe in a god. That is the whole definition of religion. So let's call this dude AC. It sounds cooler, and it's easier to pronounce. So AC here is trying to tell me that not all religions believe in God. And he's completely trying to destroy the definition of religion. Well, let's look up the definition of religion, shall we? Now, this is the definition of religion according to dictionary.com. A set of beliefs concerning the cause, nature, and purpose of the universe, especially when considered as the creation of a superhuman agency or agencies, usually involving devotional and ritual observances, and often containing a moral code governing the conduct of human affairs. Oh, wow, okay. Let's just look up another definition, shall we? This is from the Free Dictionary. Religion. Belief in and reverence for a supernatural power or powers regarded as creator of and governor of the universe. Oh, okay, so this one also says that religion means believing in a higher power. These are all highly revered sources, by the way. Religion, according to the Merriam Dictionary. The service and worship of God or the supernatural. Okay, so that one also agrees with me. Now let's move on to an Oxford Dictionary. Oxford, you know what that is, right? Okay. According to Oxford, religion means the belief and worship of a superhuman controlling power, especially a personal god or gods. So AC, religion means believing in a god. I mean, I'm pretty sure most people can tell you that, but you're sitting there on your computer at home with your mommy trying to tell me otherwise. And then he goes on to try and make it seem like, well, we were talking about one god in particular. AC, we were not talking about one god in particular. I said, and I quote, "If you have a religion, then you believe God exists," end quote. I was generalizing. I wasn't talking about one god. I don't mention one god. I was talking about God or gods in general. Do I need to explain further? You are trying to make the case, AC, that if you're religious, it doesn't necessarily mean that you believe in a god. That is not true. If you're religious, you believe in a god or gods, or what have you. And I asked him on more than one occasion to point me to a religion that doesn't believe in God, aka a being with ultimate power that created the universe. Well, AC replied, and he said, animism. Animism? Really? Animism isn't a fucking religion. It's only a belief held within other religions and even mythologies as well, and is not a religion itself. Come on, AC, give me a religion that doesn't believe in a higher power. You can't. All you can do is fail, yet again. So why don't you learn what religion means before you go preaching it to others, you moron? Religion means that you believe in a god or gods. That is my entire point. That has been my entire point from the get-go. And then he said, and I quote, "I never said religion doesn't believe in a higher power." Yes you did. You said religion doesn't necessarily mean you believe in God. He goes on, "You said that religion means you believe in God, but that's not true. That's where you're a dumbass, because not all do." He's still trying to tell me that not all religions believe in God. Yes, they do. That's why they're religions. Alright, I'm going to say right here, right now. If there is a religion that does not believe in God or some high power that created the universe or something that's of a higher being than us, that didn't necessarily have to create the universe, but if there was a religion that believes in a higher power, someone please tell me, and I will admit that I am wrong about this. I will admit that I am wrong, and that just because you're religious doesn't mean you believe in a higher power. No one can do this. I'm pretty fairly sure. I've been an active atheist for a while and know what religion means. But if I am wrong, I will publicly admit that I am so. Unlike other people here. AC here is trying to tell me that not all religions believe in a higher power. That is defeating the whole purpose and definition of religion. If you don't believe in a higher power, you are not religious. Religion means believing in a higher power, no matter what shape or form that higher power is. AC goes on and on about this. He said, and I quote, "You said religion means you believe in God. But again, you're dumbfounded because that's not what religion is." Yes, it is. It means you believe in God, or gods, or a god, or what have you. Look it up so you can expand your vocabulary. Did the Aztecs believe in God? No. They believed in gods and goddesses, but not God. So no, you're wrong again. He's trying to make out that we're talking about one God in particular. No, AC, we were never talking about one God in particular. We're talking about, if you're religious, you believe in a god or gods. You believe in a higher power. And no, the Aztecs did not believe in one God. They believed in multiple. They were religious. And I replied to that in the comments when he said, "You said religion means you believe in God." And I sarcastically said, "I did? I said that? Me? No shit, AC." And he he replied to that, and he completely didn't realize that was sarcasm. So, AC, look up the fucking definition of religion. I just gave you 5 fucking definitions of what religion is. You shouldn't have to look it up, but do so for yourself if you still don't believe me. Religion means believing in a higher power. And I'm going to ask you again, one more time, AC. Point me to a religion that does not believe in a God, because your whole entire point is that just because you're religious doesn't mean you believe in a God. That's wrong. But point to me to a religion that doesn't believe in a God or a higher power. Point me to one. And I will admit that I'm wrong. It's simple as that. And AC goes on, and he pretty much uses the "Are you mad, bro?" line. And do I look mad? Far from it. The entire reason that I debate with people on YouTube is because I find it amusing. I find it funny a lot of the time. And I'm not mad. I don't get mad at random idiots on YouTube who think they're smart and know what they're talking about, when in reality they do not. AC, quit ignoring my query and find me a religion that does not believe in a God. Until you do that, AC, this conversation is over. I win. You lose. Your entire fucking definition of religion is wrong, and you're just grasping for straws, trying to seem clever and win this argument, but you're not going to. Until you provide me with a religion that does not believe in a God, which is your entire fucking point, that is the entire argument you were trying to make. You were trying to make the case that religion doesn't mean you believe in a God, which it does, but that's your entire point. So until you provide me with a religion that doesn't believe in God, I win. I really don't care about winning, but I'm right, so I win. So, I'm done poning these two dumbasses, so until next time, peace.